So just please make yourself comfortable and relax your body. So along with the relaxed body, so it will be also wonderful if you also have a relaxed state of mind, which is peaceful, calm, and enhances a bliss and joy within us. So when it come to ensuring the mind is at peace and at rest, and then the it requires some sort of knowledge and the skills, and so some sort of takes some bit of understanding of this to make this happens. So because the our mind, if you look at our mind, so it has the habit or the tendency always to to wandering after various objects. So it doesn't just upon our wish, it doesn't just stays at peace. So therefore it's necessary for us to have some sort of knowledge and the skills to achieve that.
Yeah. They are telling in the chatting, send the some to the mother. Let telling in a so the chair at a cutting. Sonotona, carriage at Chagars. Sana, in a ras, the archie, then some of the chicken. What is it? Lega consciabada, the art and then is Shena, Lega consciabatigo, that they are a painted pegment. That Shira, Shira, Shigua. Shira killed him, touch it, kill him. Then the Chagarella, Sha Tigo, so they are Mapia Bad Shira, Resona, that she a card in the Senate Banju. So long and they get him by Saturday. They are another sage, and telling her, do one that say, do one in but they are Jeto, no, God, Mommy, the other she, Judge of a shard. Do one, they are done they come on this. Here is done, do one said, they are drink, then Chegayard, they do one said, they are done, pleasure parties of child. Say the other machine, do say cars long and back to you soon. Never about yeah, so change you couldn't do. Saying, do one don't they are the honest. That thing on Juilliard. Juilliard, they are, do not say, they are the party. Charted in it, or Seki, other the other day, Bastion, okay. Then the card to listen, done no yard. Tene shad no cinema, that shad no dogare, son te, say Mario called to a saying you are some. Say sitting on and then, so the day cheddar, drop then the day charges and drop touching in addition. Gangason tend to rosy.
So we all seek for mental peace and happiness, and also in fact the every actions or every activity that we undertake or we perceive in our life. So these are all, if we think about the the aim, what we are trying to achieve, what we are hoping to achieve from that our actions as an outcome of our actions. So that's in fact it is also it is something like a happiness or satisfactions in our life. So so this is something we need to, even though it is very clear, but sometimes we need to ask, we need to remind ourselves, that what we are looking, what we are trying to achieve from any the actions, any activity that we undertake, and so therefore the once you have have some sort of recognition of your aims and objective in your your activities, then next question we have to ask is to whether our action that we are undertaking, whether that's really going to bring about, whether it's the right cause or not. That's something that we need to check. Otherwise, we would, later on, we will end up at being disappointed with the outcomes. So therefore, it's very important to we can see here the importance of really making the best use of our own intelligence, or we call it wisdom, knowledge. So which to trying to see, to discern whether action that we are doing is the right cause for what we are hoping, what we are trying to achieve. So therefore if we just in relation with this, if we there was one quote by the Shantidevas from his Bodhisattva's way of life. So where the meaning of the quotation goes, how the beings, how the beings, even if the beings do not want sufferings, but they create a cause of the suffering, as if that is something that they want, and whereas what they being want is a happiness, and yet what they are doing is as if like they are actually destroying or the as if that happiness is like enemies. So when we think about this, there's no, it's not the question. There's no question that that about what we all seek in our life, which is happiness, and again, and what we do not want is the sufferings, and yet if we do not check our thoughts and our actions, and how we then it becomes contrary. Our thoughts and action become actually opposite to what we seek in our life. So from this point of view, we can we can, even if we look in our very everyday actions, sometimes even how forget about achieving something like a long-term goals, being successful in achieving some long-term goal, even how our actions that we are doing is also defeating even some sort of very immediate things which are important for ourselves, and we can, in that way, we can see the fault, see the mistake in our deeds, and also here particular is very important to understand the role of our own state of mind, when we talk about about finding happiness in our life, because it is it's what we seek, the happiness that we seek in our life. So it is not something it is we achieve. It is something which is automatically granted by some sort of external success. So rather how on top of this, on addition to all the suitable other external condition, how most important cause is something within ourselves, that we have to have the right cause, and so how we have to understand that how within ourselves, if our mind is not contented, not calm, and the mind is very disturbed, and then how the everything we do in life, and then they don't become a cause of happiness.
They chen roga says yaro. So some bezel dana. Ganga chun roga. Dunga chun roga. They are chen roga says yaro. So some bezoto. La tentis and a bezo on dana. Shang dana. They are chen roga father. Dunga chun roga father. Ganga chen, dunga chen roga, ninga pendewa. 대신 가서 제선은 소나 야부야래 얘네 레슨이 자체선 드니 자체는 도다 가를 튀으세요 가를 튀으세요 되네 샤데 영화세 내가 데뷔 타셔바데 레가 트제 쪼지 가서 미팅 거네 덜가다 민로야래 얘나 세게 영화 세사 세게 내가 드타디게 대타도 마셔야지다 맞죠 대들 손이다 손은 들이 돌아야 본다 가래 들인 되니 라 생때는 얘네 강아 챘던 거는 아라 대노지지 내가도 판자이야 갈래 인로게 전하지 서선 매절 따는 얘네 생 내가 챘던 거 동아 춘던 거 다들 먼저 아래 가발 놓아서는 님 매절 시합한테 시 터져서 터전서를 터제 뒤에 대하는 아이들 뒤에 대한 뭐도와 대한 생til이요. 다 손은 텐데 또는 다 가르서 세 레데이 차제들 세데이 차제들 말도 뒤 손은 도산들 이다 손 텐데 코나 텐데 대 가자 세놀 신전에 고자라 대지 서서 쏘는 화라 제제라야 돼.
So it's really important to have a look and to examine the why there is there's not a continuous increase increase in the amount of happiness and satisfaction in our life, and rather it might be possible that rather seems to be increase in the in unhappiness in our life. So and so if you ask ourselves what is going wrong, and then we will know, of course, the as far as the effort that we put in, the sacrifice that we make, and all the hardship, various challenge that we go through, and the difficulty we put up, then if we think about we have been gone through a lot through these over months after months and years after years, and so we have to see that the almost if we take into account of the amount of effort and the difficulty that we've gone into in order to achieve the to more happiness and the satisfaction in our life, then if we consider that, then we have to really be has to be the case that where there should be really increase in our happiness, and where is a decrease in sufferings, and then the unhappiness. So so therefore we can see here how there is some things not right in terms of the what we are expecting, and what we've been kind of the life that we've been living in our life, and the action that we've been doing. So there is something wrong, because there's also, as just saying before, there's almost, when we look into that, there's the in our life what we achieve in life, and then see and all the difficulty that we've gone through, what we have achieved might be quite a we might be achieve quite a lot, and yet when we look in terms of the if we measure this this achievement in terms of the happiness, satisfaction, and the contentment, and there in some case it's possible that even there's a degrees in that. So therefore what we can see is what we can understand from this when we look into our life situation. So there certainly there is a success in terms of our on the material world, in our material success, and so that obviously shows, what that shows is that how it is all all our effort. So it's been is primarily focus on the external success, and and the gathering all the favorable conditions for the life of our external condition. Of course, we not saying that these are not needed, but it just shows that we are these are our primary focus. Our whole focus, we fully focus on that, the external, creating the right kind of conducive external conditions. And then as we're doing this, so we have really been completely neglected the well-being or of our mind, state of our mind, and so therefore to this point that in certain case, even if in the you might have some sort of level of satisfaction, level of peace and stability in the mind, and to the point that eventually even though you have materially one have progress, but you neglected inside so much that even what you already had, some sort of peace and happiness which you already had, almost like faded away like a rainbows, fading away, and so therefore these what from this, so what we have to, what we have to learn, or the from this is that that we have to, or what is missing in our life is the creating the causes for our peace and happiness on the level of our mind, on the mental levels, or from within ourselves. So this is something that we have to recognize that, and having recognized that, and then it perfectly made sense when we approach to the meditation practice.
That's on the test. That going in and how goes one. She together. She together, so there's a ten zone, there's a ten said she don't want that. That's Ratochumachuchi, Rashandua. That thing is this on. Tendigachi, Tajan the she, Tajan Zosataga, says she then on Hele Doa Tobala. They said they know the mandala, you will all my God, she let in laying, not this area. I thought this one, that Moshe made it, and Union Temple, yard. Lord Chugani, she touches Zung and each and die on money. So the logic coral, that's it in New York. She that Mandubi, Ganga Moboya, the Ganga de Sel Nega, Ganga Tole Jenny. Is that is all Gango dying about lodges of the Rishantu, so not a mato. Jesse root and the shade. They pay was a patient. Now, get that, so no tell to what. I don't know your teeth, Tony. That's a lot and I say, Sherry are dead.
So when we speak of this, a true sense of the peace and happiness, then it is more than the finding ourselves in a perfect external conditions, and because as we were saying before, even if we are in a perfect external conditions, and how if our mind is, of course, if in that perfect condition, if our mind is also remains in that conditions, at peace and at very joyful the state of mind, then we can enjoy that. But however, if our mind has a very has a habit of always being very agitated, very uncontented, and very always very uncalm or unsubdued, then how we can notice that we cannot even though the externally we are, even though we may be in our perfect conditions, so however we cannot feel, we cannot enjoy or find that peace and happiness in that the conditions. So therefore this is something that I I share with you, because it's something that I myself have an experience where in my life, in a great deal of time has been I have dedicated towards studying the Dharma and studying meditations, and I went through in those time of study. So there was not that that I had a perfect external condition, rather was a very difficult condition, difficult situation, but I had completely sacrificed that, completely the my priorities so was on studies, and so however now I clearly understand now as I have age, so how that this has given me a great meaning to my life, and so therefore there is something it is based on my own experience. So I share with you that how it is important to to work on creating the causes for the happiness from on the mental levels. So, and to understand that it is not when we talk about finding a stable peace and happiness in our life. So it is not sufficient to have simply to have a gathering all the material conditions, but at the same time we have to work on the right condition on the mental level as well.
Tiga tanda lojo teni te nyinga zene matse zene tama tela lojo teni yigon teni abbe yungdungi te segya matse tel ta gowa te ja so god so sa pejala sa teni ji je ngene ta liga ja phu je sidya sa de le la ta ngama kale jai peja de shi tje de wan zo den kenas 다 특제 봐 로션에 헬라자 대그래 노선 도시도 와서 뭐 해야 돼. 그게 다 있대. 무슨 야부 쉬워 용도 맞대 세워야 돼. 그래 이제 저런 손도 되게 좀 쉬워 저래 산도. 특전 조사 될라. 세대라 진내 터나 그러면 집이 중앙세 될 문제 아저씨 라 카가나지 되네 손으로서는 저러서 아지 채티나 세지 대는 무사 되면 다 손도 근데 그러면 대샤르 세사르 장게나지 된den지 자 아랑고 따라 싶어 있어 얘가 따라 싶은데 소소나 되니가 저쪽서 구사시려고 와 이제 저러서 다 손 드니도나 야부아를 등에서 강가다 아 고테제 자세 놀세 내제제 개청벌을 당이 대세 송아지대요.
So ideally, so we should be working on on creating the right, the causes for our happiness on the both on the level of the mind as well on the level of our the material conditions. So therefore we in the life, of course, we are also depend on the on earning the enough monies and then so however we as we we are saying here that alone is not enough to have a to guarantee oneself to have a peace and happiness. So therefore the ideally so in the early period of one's life, so if one work on trying to invest oneself in some sort of educations and which has the potential to guarantee a good jobs and to make a good earning in one's life, and then at the same time as well as doing that, earning money, as well as doing that, one also invest. That's what we are saying here to learning about the meditation practice and about the how what we can do to really to looking after the the well-being of our mind, in terms of the bringing, calming our mind down, and how to overcome if there's any disturbance which occurs on our mental levels, and to understand that at the same time. So in this way, if we could, as we were saying, that imagine if in a later on, so if you have enough saving, then of course then you can do whatever you want to do in your life, and then at the same time, as we were saying, you can enjoy the life like in terms of depends on a good material condition, but at the same time how that enjoyment from the material condition, how it is also depends on one's own having a very calm and contented state of mind, and so therefore it is there are a lot of through achieving some some sort of understanding of our mind, and then the ability to control our mind, then how and calming our mind, then there's a lot of the sufferings that we can we do not have to suffer, we do not have to go through, such as suffering of being isolation or loneliness or attachment, and all this can when these people are inflicted with this kind of suffering, so how then they cannot enjoy the life, even if they have a good good material conditions, how they cannot do that, so enjoy that. So therefore, at the same time we're saying how, of course, there are certain way for us the good external conditions are also important, and so therefore in addition to external condition, good conditions, so if you are also able to have a mentally able to maintain a very calm and a very kind of the contented state of mind, then somehow you can enjoy yourself. You feel yourself enjoy, as well as if the not only you enjoy, but also all the other people around can also see how you as a person, as somebody who's very with a lot of happiness and so forth.
딩에가 소소 세좀뭐 세십보세는 뭐가가 주르르 정게 센데레선 뭐가가 소소 조도 주미 와 니다분 지스 센데레선 소소 세좀뭐 세 야부도 딩고라 예라 집에 고베체 녀네 잘라 내봐마 예라 집에 공패체 너네 저 내봐 공패봐 전에 제나 예마세 소소지 강아지 내나 공개 뭐하지 공개 대여더니 얘는 가지 쪼주거는데 소소라봐 로자더니 제den게지 된데 용거야 대징에는 아주 산도거든 이 답은 안 되라기 로또 체주 세좀뭐 세주보다 로또 자이 잘라 대말라세 이 답은 저로 되라기 이자 나서는 대도쇼 다 해다 대도쇼 텔레사데시아 임바 시 특전도마네 되네 너 생각들 야면에다 셀라 튀어래서 가르랬지 셀라 튀어 가르잖아 특제 공연마 걸 추심해 걸 추심해 아니야 걸 내봐 공면으로 가 라 셰 터져버져 가츠바잖아요. 너는 생각들이 조심해나 내가 공변로. 내가 공변 가전 내가 채야 저저 뭐들 강하신로 타쟁년에서 저러 산도도. 당연히 저러 다 거그래서. 얘다 조심해야 내가 그거 말아. 자세 통해자. 고시 될라 조심하세. 고시 막고라 조심해야나 리타 세대. 사드 수이 명함에 일단은 얘네들 로년 너 공시가 콜라초 단된 정도 소소네 얘네 단 정도서 진이 주시잖아 레타 세대보야 너 사이 등아 사토면 등아 콜로야 말 사사제 수토면 등아 되라 사수 등아메 대징에는 가다 민에서 통제가 로자시는 좀 들어가는 가다 레모도아 가다 얘는 가다 선도 가다 에서 얘는 통거디와 다 손은 된도 다시 다리달라 세시에서 가다 대도 되지 다 뭐야 돼 그동안 전에선 돈에 다 대신 하고 대전선이야
So there's also, it is also very obvious that how if someone who enjoy a very stable, very peaceful and a joyful mind, state of mind, and how that person can, easily, win friendship of others, and it makes even it makes other people to really give some sort of enjoyment to be companions, befriending such a persons, and then on top of, in addition to such a enjoying such you having a very calm and joyful state of mind. In addition to that, if you have also developed this always a good nature of always being very considerate of other, being helpful to others, and as at your best, whenever there is you see an opportunities, so then it is naturally, and then if you face certain difficulties, certain if you need any help, so there is no shortage of receiving help from others, and so this is all. When you look at the cause of all this, the main factor why the people like you and trying to come to voluntarily come to help you and want to be near you. So when you look in that, so the main cause is something within yourself, is within this good quality within your mind, in the form of joyful state of mind and a very kind and a very caring mental attitudes. So therefore, I always says that if we have to value things, then then there is nothing which is more valuable we can put a value on than these qualities, beautiful quality of the love and the kindness that which we cultivate within our mind, and then so at the same time, how if we do not put an effort to cultivate this quality within our mind, or to maintain a positive state of mind, then how then at the same time, if then our mind can be also a source of unending sufferings. How, if, as we were saying before, how if our mind is not calm and mind is not contented, then no matter how much material wealth you may possess, then you are inwardly, mentally, then you are not satisfied. You are not contented, and this is why, because you'll be more desiring, for more wealth, more materials, and because your desire has no end to it's not possible to satisfy all that. So therefore, there is you can see here that no matter how much that's such person may possess or make a success, how the mind is and desire is not fulfilled. Because the desire mind is like insatiable, so you never can achieve this sense of contentment. So so therefore it's we have to. It's important to make an effort in a various way to applying various way to how to calming one's mind, how to training, giving a training to one's mind, such as we can apply certain the advice from such as this great Bodhisattva, Geshe Doga, saying in one of his teaching, where how talking about the how if someone who has found content their mind, achieve the contentment within one's mind, then how that person can then find happiness on both. No. No. So for person who can content himself or herself in whatever he or she possess, then such person would then find all the happiness on both on mental and physical levels, and also the person will never will never undergo sufferings of trying to accumulating accumulating more wealth, or to safeguarding the wealth or material which you already possess.
That's something. That teaching is Ganga goes on the Goja, Pega, in the sun death, in the Gote, Japa, God, Condicejana, then Yapundua. Little hell then said the North Chicken, Chisona, Sojana, tennis. The imagine leaders are saying that that's what you will append to Chambers in the that little then said the son Ramachitona, then chose agitating the Mahako met a young way at that. That thing caution there is a letter there, tell Sonia letter, the caution like that caution thing on the little cars then I caution thing on the chose Sam there and agitated the young one. Take caution the far Charles son of Donna, then Lille said not in the Tenita, Ramana son of Tony, take it longer than the cause or what. Agitated to say, some do. Then any sort of the catching water, then son to ye, hang the got a yard. So before, so we commence our usual meditation. So just to no. Agitated the gas, then Zita. Then
Do you want to explain the meaning of agitations? What is agitation? Agitated, agitation.
Unsettled mind?
Yeah.
That's what that
No.
Then the Lago and coaching are done in it. 계속 안도 얘기를 니고 후에 싱가포르 파모 자디와 무지에는 파달 진디 안도 하고 마셔. 그래서 빠데랑을 빠데랑을 내가 정말 티치세데 얘네 다처럼 되면 늘지 리사야 다처럼 손아부터 막 얘네 하는데 내 견자지야 셔서 단다 맞지다 가자. 오케이. 되냐 맞아. 맞아.
Sorry. Yeah. He recognized the image of the goddess. She was impressed with that. Yeah. And you okay. So so meditation practice. So it is to is a kind of a training for our mind to really to settle within ourselves, and so that as we train, like once our mind is fully trained, then it is possible that whenever we decide to have a bit of rest, then as soon as whenever and we relax ourselves physically, then the mentally or our mind will also naturally will also relax, will also just settle automatically. So that's if we this is what we have to in meditation practice. So we have to we train our mind to settle down. So once mind is settled inside, then there's no room for any agitated state of mind, disturbing state of mind to arise. So therefore it doesn't automatically naturally happens to because there's because it is something our mind is not something used to simply just resting. So rather it is more habituated towards always being agitated or being wandering outside. So so with this in mind, so just trying to go through some.
다 고대잖아. 저 레레레하고야. 다 고자래. 다 밑에서는 뭐더라? 다 세자사지 그거야. 라 어제 대화를 건져서 예매 계신 무지였다. 예 대예매 건드려 이네. 어제 매일 계셔가 다 가리는 명아들 라자 란테거는 뭐지? 너 세자사지 그거 안을 니네들 세자사 들 밑에서 세자사지 그거야. 레스 세자사들 세코르자 그래라 나 녀모 뭐셔 되는지 드네실이 밑에서 그거야. 아저를 리들래 아버지 네 세자사들 서서 인중을 리들래 아버지 아 세다 서로이로 가사 갈지도 호텔 시아보 도 자tamba쇼 손제 세돈 세노려보 진내바제 내바제 응원에다 서서 인중 코로라 세자 뭐제 손 맞아더니 아까만 가셔야 되는 데 아지다 대내로 와셔라래요.
Okay, so we begin this meditation. So wherein the object is our breathing of the inhaling and exhaling, and so generally it is said that the object has to be whatever object we choose. So it has to be something which doesn't cause any delusions or any mental afflictions to arise. So and so this, because it is the in the meditation practice, so we placed upon our mind, or we fix our mind on the object. So here, which is the incoming and outgoing breath, and so to trying to, so of course you begin with the we know the getting overcoming all the distractions out, external distraction, and then also at the same time, and during the course of meditation, so as much as possible to have the mind, single pointedly sitting on, focus on the object, and by preventing it from going to any external objects. So if we begin the meditation now.